Wu-Tang Clan forever.
3, 2, 1. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
The Double Jump Podcast. We talk about video games, and we haven't talked about video games for like 5 months or something because I basically refused to because you guys fucked me up big time with our terrible game of the year decisions.
Oh,
yeah. So we're not gonna.
Right.
We are never going to make that mistake again. If we do game of the year again, it's going to be everybody's individual game of the year. There is no.
That's what it was.
We will never be able to come to a consensus. No, you were you were forcing everybody to come to a consensus on what the game of the year should be. There's no way that can happen. We didn't come up with anything. We stopped in the middle because I got so fucking pissed.
What's it called?
We came up with Rocket League.
All right, how about this? I'll give you guys the shot right now. What was your 2015 game of the year?
Rocket League.
Why?
Rocket League.
Was it
Zach?
Rocket League? Oh, I think mine's probably also. No, it's not. That's a really good question. I haven't really thought about it completely. I mean,
Lego
like,
Star
what
Wars
was the game?
7.
What was the game that I played the most in 2015 and this year? Rocket League for sure. But is it? I just don't think it's complete enough. Again, I just don't. But like I love it.
You know what was number 1? Star Wars Battle Faulty.
Ooh, no. Star Wars definitely was not. I don't know. I got
that game for free and I still don't play it.
I guess my personal choice for game of the year would probably have had to have been the game that I had the most fun with is Batman Arkham Knight, probably. So that's mine.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Can we say Fallout 4?
No.
Fallout 4 falls short of Batman for me, so.
That's true.
That's just Witcher 3 was really good. I think
Witcher 3 was really good.
I think Witcher 3 is like a universally
I could just get lost
one.
in that game, just walking everywhere and taking in the beautiful, gorgeous graphics. You just get lost, you know?
We're talking about Fallout again?
No, we're talking about Witcher. Tucker zoned out because we were talking about Fallout and he didn't understand what was going on. No.
Nuka-Cola?
Talking about Witcher. I think you've had a little too many Nuka-Colas. The radiation's melted your brain.
No, I have a Pip-Boy.
Sure.
Do you have enough Radaway stacked away?
Bro, I got all the Radaway, dog.
He's popping pills. Popping pills.
What was the stim pack?
Stim pack.
Yeah, stim pack.
And that I don't know. Psycho. Yeah. That's it.
Yep, Psycho.
Psycho for the Psycho.
Let's never talk about Fallout again.
Done. We will not talk about Fallout right now, okay?
All right.
Huge announcement this past week that they are coming out with Civ 6 this year. It's the latest in a string of games that have been announced for the year that they're going to come out in. And then they come out like a couple months later. Like
hip hop albums.
I like it a lot, but I don't know. It's weird.
Untitled, unmastered.
It doesn't really matter.
Not really. It looks exactly the same as Civ 5 with better graphics.
But what's the point then? Why even make it?
Because it'll be better.
Because they could make money off of it.
But how will it be better? How will it be better?
There's new features and stuff.
Yeah, there's probably you can play as Gandhi now or something. I don't know. He was in the commercial.
All of these questions that I'm asking you, I just want you guys to know, these are the questions that you've asked me about the things that I really like, and then I've had, just as not legitimate answers for those too. So, I refuse to allow you to give me any shit forever now because you can't answer these questions for me. But
see, it's a MOBA now, and
my god, that'd be disgusting.
I mean Gandhi. I'm going.
Dude, Gandhi just used his ult. He pacified everybody.
I'm
going classical era to gank.
Gandhi, there's a time limit because if you're fasting, you just die.
Whoa.
That's his passive?
Fasting is his life force drains away and his forces get stronger.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Battlefield 1?
It is the worst name for a video game you could possibly come up with.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
I know that.
Yes.
It doesn't mean anything.
But it means Battlefield. It's going to be like World War I.
No.
So then you just smush those together. and you get a video game. Apparently, there's going to be blimps. My brother is huge into the idea of flying blimps for some reason.
Yeah, you can see the blimps in the trailer. I don't know if you can fly them, but I know you can see them. But Battlefield's big on that, though. They do let you fly all the shit. So
yeah,
I guess you'll get to fly. But like, what would be the point of flying a fucking blimp? Like, oh, I'm flying a blimp. Like, you're going what, 2 miles an hour?
It's the same as the things in Star Wars, the big walker things.
Well, yeah, but you don't directly control the AT-AT. Like, one, the AT-AT has far more destructive power than a blimp. I mean, you're stomping on shit, you're blasting shit with your big front cannons. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though.
A blimp in World War I doesn't have that firepower, doesn't have that capacity.
But the greatest band of all time isn't named after an AT-AT.
Or is it?
Are you talking about
Journey?
Led Zeppelin?
Journey is based off of the AT-AT.
Is that really your choice? Is that really your choice of the greatest band of all time?
Not my choice. It's a universal choice.
Yeah.
Like, but for real though? Like,
it's more of a battle evermore inside.
Yeah.
I wouldn't argue
going
forever.
to California, Zach.
I mean, like, I'm not saying I disagree. I'm not saying I disagree. Because I think it's a great, obviously they're, all-time legends forever. Like, I would say they're one of. You're saying they're undisputably the greatest band of all time?
Jimmy Page.
Jimmy Page is great. Don't get me wrong. If I was putting together a band tomorrow, it'd be Jimmy Page, Flea.
Not today.
Who would I get on vocals?
Rivers Cuomo.
Rivers can write the songs. Rivers writes a good 4/4 pop punk song for sure.
Can wear the glasses.
I would get Patrick. No, I would not get
Patrick Stewart.
No, Patrick Stewart could be the narrator of the band. Don't ask me why.
The ghost of Dennis Hopper.
Drums, I would get. I'd get fucking Andy Hurley. Andy Hurley's great. But who else would I get? I don't know. This is a good question. A good question for another time. Maybe we're a little off track. But we're injecting our person. This is the part where we inject our personality into the podcast.
This is what keeps people coming back.
That's right. And you probably already turned it off at this point. So we're each going to talk about the games that we've been playing lately. I've been playing a lot of Rocket League. A lot of Rocket League. I probably get in at least an hour of Rocket League every day. Everybody that I'm playing against is just about the same level of skill that I am. So I wind up in much more often than not, it's closer matchups than absolute blowouts. So that's always fun. And it's a good time. Otherwise, I just picked up Doom on May 13th. I have not touched the online multiplayer. I've only been messing around with the single player campaign, and I must say it's definitely rewarding. It's been a really fun time. The demons are fast. They're very aggressive. The game encourages you to get into melee combat just as much as it does ranged.
Okay, that's the thing that scared me.
That's the thing that scared you.
Yeah.
What
is there a little face in the bottom of your screen
that's
that
also important.
Shiftily looks to the right and to the left?
Unfortunately, there's not. There's not that. But
can you turn it on?
Up?
No, I don't believe you can.
Can you look up?
Yeah. Can you aim your gun
yes,
upwards?
you can look up. You can do all of that.
What is this crap?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like being able to look up. No, but for real,
can you use your gun and the flashlight at the same time?
There is no flashlight. Everything's very brightly lit.
Oh my god!
No, everything's very brightly lit. You don't need a flashlight.
I am disgusted.
Oh wow!
Is there a chainsaw that I could?
There is a chainsaw. In fact,
all right.
If you're
getting me back.
If you use the chainsaw, you're able to get ammo from enemies. So you have to pick up fuel for the chainsaw because you only get like a couple of uses of the chainsaw before it runs out of fuel. So you have to pick up fuel to use it because the idea is that if you use the chainsaw to kill an enemy, one, it may take more fuel than depending on whatever enemy you're trying to attack it with. But also, you're guaranteed to pick up ammo for your weapons. So it's like you kind of have to resource manage like, oh, I'm running out of ammo for my weapons. Time to fucking use the chainsaw so that I can sort of survive here. Same thing with the glory kills, which are the melee attacks when an enemy is stunned. You're guaranteed to get a little bit of health from that attack. So if you're in the middle of a firefight and there's a ton of demons surrounding you, get a couple glory kills and you're going to be able to hopefully stick around.
So is this like an execution kind of thing? Like,
yeah. So
or is it just like
when you get an enemy to the point where they're stunned, they will kind of almost, there would be like a shine to them that like the visor, like the
they
suit,
bend over and
they take a breather
behind them.
like the suit is telling you that they're like weakened, and then you click melee and then you break their neck or whatever, and then a little bit of health flies out and then you pick it up. Honestly, I think
that kill was satisfying.
I think it's a pretty clever mechanic.
Because of it.
It's not the only way you get health. I mean, of course, there are health pickups along the map and armor pickups, but I think it's a really clever way to keep the challenge there. Otherwise it would be like, oh, we're throwing so many enemies at you, there's no way you'll be able to survive. It's like,
that's what I want.
Well, but you can turn up the difficulty too, Tucker. I mean, I'm playing at normal difficulty, but I'm sure that if you played at the nightmare difficulty, it would be insane.
Zach, how are you going to get the Chivos if you're playing on normal?
Well, I don't
Zach,
care.
Sort of like
here's the
new pleb, bro.
Yeah, I am some sort of noob pleb because
you were MLG,
I
dude.
don't give two shits
Single
about the
player.
Chivos. I don't give two shits about the Chivos. I care about the game that I'm playing.
But
and whether
the
or not I'm having fun.
troves. You gotta get them troves.
I'm not good enough. Trust me, guys. I've already died a couple times playing normal. Like,
Oh my goodness.
I'm not good. Like, I'm not good at games. I just like to play them sometimes.
Is there like a story? Is it like captivating?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
like-
well. I mean, the story's pretty. I wouldn't say predictable, but I mean, like all of the sci-fi pieces are there. Like, you wake up on the table. Not
Okay.
like an operating table, but you're like chained down. Like you were clearly being used as some sort of as part of some sort of ritual. And when you wake up, you exit the room and the armor is there. And the armor itself is actually, it's a suit of armor that no one has been able to activate, but it's responding to you. It's like an Excalibur sort of thing. So Kyle, what are you playing?
I've been playing a lot of old games. I haven't been playing very many new games. I played through. I'm currently 100%ing Diddy Kong Racing right now.
Woo!
So,
what's the pig's name?
Wizpig?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a wizard and he's a pig, and you have to drive into his mouth to race him. You just probably won't understand. You've never played a rare racing game before.
Not like this, I haven't.
Yeah, you've probably only played Mickey Speedway USA.
I have played that game.
Dude, that game's awesome.
I
That
never
game is
did.
awesome.
Never did.
That game is really great. I've got that one. It's amazing.
That's
it's
top
so much
shelf.
fun. Yeah. But I've also been playing AVGN 2, which is amazing.
You're gonna have to explain what that is.
Angry Video Game Nerd. Number 2.
Like they made a
Number
sequel to that platforming game that they made?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
And there's just like a bunch of like old video game tropes, and it's fun. It's all like 16-bit graphics. You jump through with the little NES zapper.
Wait, whoa, bro.
2D side-scrolling kind of
16-bit graphics? That doesn't sound like 1080p 60 frames per second to me.
Well,
It probably isn't.
Well, then I am out. If it ain't money, I ain't involved. Okay.
Exactly. I spent like $15 on this trash game that's not 60 FPS, not 4K. Yeah, I know it sucks.
My
I'm sorry I brought
frame
it up.
rate is not high enough. The only reason why I'm able to get away with this is because Christian's not on the podcast right now. Oh, that's why I'm
You
taking advantage.
understand?
We love you,
don't
Christian.
have a Nebula 5 graphics card, do you?
I don't have a BenQ monitor, so
I don't condone
More
this
like Ben
conversation.
10 because it's a
Christian, I'm
terrible
sorry.
TV show.
PCs fucking suck. All right, no, that's not true. I actually am probably going to wind up investing in one again because Xbox is sort of, breaking apart into some of its parts. But I
Yeah,
digress.
you know.
I'm sorry, Kyle. We're getting off track. What? Well, you're playing Diddy Kong Racing
Yes.
and Angry Video Game Nerd 2. So see any of the so none of the new releases you wound up picking up?
Well, this is a while ago when I played Quantum Break.
Oh, you did. Hey.
Yes.
How was that?
It was good. I mean, it wasn't fantastic. I mean, I wouldn't say it's game of the year, but it's a very great kind of first step into the merging of video games and like kind of other media. It was really cool for what it was. But as a video game, I would say it's 7 out of 11.
Okay.
The action is really good. The kind of gameplay is mediocre. It's like Prince of Persia, but with more guns.
Sold.
And that one guy from Game of Thrones,
Sold.
Littlefinger. I don't know what his name is. Whatever that guy's real life name is. He was in it. It's really good. Motion capture is fantastic. Graphics are really good. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I wouldn't say $60 fun. I would say like $30 fun. But it's a very interesting take on a new kind of step into new media mixing with video games.
I heard some initially negative things, and I guess it's kind of a good thing I didn't have the money to buy it right away. I fully intended on trying to play it, but it just didn't work out financially, and now I don't know. It just doesn't sound like something I wanted to get into necessarily. But that's so weird because it's so single player focused that you would think it would be right up my alley, and it's an Xbox One exclusive. It didn't seem to be a very strong game, so I kind of just stopped. But
yeah, it's got that guy from Lord of the Rings, the guy who played Mary. What's his name? Dominic something. Dominic something.
Is that the Lost guy?
Yes.
Where's that? You are everybody. He's high on crack or whatever.
He's always like, oh, I don't think we're going to get breakfast, Pip.
Not Penny's boat.
What about Doonsies? I don't think he's heard of those either.
Are you guys talking about Dominic Monaghan?
I think that's his name.
Yeah, that's his name. Wow, what disrespectful
it was really surprising
assholes.
I was like, he was in it, and I was like, that guy looks awfully familiar. And then he started like saying things.
That guy looks awfully familiar.
That guy.
I wonder if he was a major part of the cast of one of the biggest and most high-profile movies trilogies of all time.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's it.
Dude,
that's it.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, way better than this new crap with Civil War. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, fuck off with your attitude, sir. No, I disagree. I liked Tom Holland.
My aunt's really hot now.
I liked Tom Holland. Yeah, Marissa Tomei, dude. Get with the fucking program.
Tucker,
It's
have you even seen
2016.
I haven't even seen No.
Where's Michael? He's probably in the movie right now. We'll have to have him live tweet in.
We'll have a live report of Michael. He's gonna call us right now. No, Michael Christian, where are you? Michael Christian, did you know that PCs suck? And then we just hang up. Yeah.
Am I Christian? Kyle, you be Michael. I'll be Christian.
Okay. Hey, Michael. Hey, Christian. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, Christian. I didn't know you called everybody dude now.
Yeah, bro, it's part of my new lifestyle. Okay,
all right, sure. So how's your PC treating you?
Did you listen to that new release by Prince?
He's dead.
It was like Purple Rain Part 2. It's really good, man. It's really good.
Yeah,
huge licks.
Is it really good?
I disassembled my computer. I turned it into a vape rig, bro.
Oh, I see. Okay.
New direction.
Does it still play games or?
No.
No. Let's talk about how Hoops is one of the greatest gameplay switches in Rocket
More like
League.
swishes.
Rocket League is. I would argue that Hoops, if you're looking at like pure definition of a downloadable piece, like an update for a game, literally changing how the game is like conceptualized and played. Like Hoops is dramatically different. Like the strategy is completely different.
Oh yeah. You gotta swing it around the side and make it somehow go in that way.
Swing it around the side, or like it's entirely reliant on swinging it around the side, angles, aerials, like a shot that you would think might make it, it's probably going to go too far. It's really, you'd think that with such a big hoop that it would be really easy to make the ball in there, but no, it is extremely difficult.
Yeah. Sounds like my personal life. You know what I mean?
Ooh. Sorry, Kyle. We're here for you, man. We're here for you, man.
Thank you.
So, Tucker,
Battleborn.
why am I interested in Battleborn? I thought that the idea of like a MOBA style first person shooter seemed like something I might be able to get into.
It's really not what it is, though.
That's what I had heard. Like when my boss at my place of employment, which may or may not be a part of the video game industry.
Okay.
When he had gotten his hands on the game last August, he described it very much as a MOBA style first-person shooter arena battle kind of thing.
So what is it, Tucker?
What is it, Tucker?
It is Smite.
I'm 100% open ears right now.
There you go.
And that's it?
No, it's not like Smite because it's less of a MOBA.
Well, okay.
There's 3 modes, and one of the modes is like a MOBA, sort of. And in that mode, each team has 2 giant sentry robots, and you're just trying to destroy their sentries. And the only thing that really makes it like a MOBA is that you have creeps.
But you have
robots.
2 big sentry
You
things
have,
that you're trying
hang
to
on,
destroy.
let me get this joke in.
Okay.
You have the beeps, the creeps, and the sweeps.
Ah, yes. The beeps, the sweeps, the creeps.
This is good. This is topical.
Absolutely.
We call it Mr. Video Game.
Yep, I got it, Kyle.
Okay,
Don't worry,
and
I
then-
got it. I'm just letting the silence deafen everyone.
Yeah.
But okay,
So you have the creeps.
The sweeps
in
and the
a
beeps.
MOBA,
The beeps.
you have towers that you're attacking, and there's lanes, right?
Yeah, I'm swinging left to gank.
Right. There's no swinging left to gank in Battleborn.
Attack the fire giant.
Right. There's no shop. There's no items. There are items, but you equip 3 items, and then you use shards you get in the match to buy the use of those items. If that makes
Ward
sense.
here.
There's not really wards.
What about the secret shop? Is there a
There's no
secret,
secret
shop?
shop.
What?
It's
I
very
don't know.
simple.
You're turning me off to this game, Tucker. I don't know.
It's kind of fun, but it's made by the people who made Borderlands, so
Yeah.
the humor and writing is just like completely
Terrible.
the worst thing. Oh,
Which means that it will be hugely popular.
so much worse than that.
Which means that it will be hugely like it'll just catch on with tons of people. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Battleborn, it's so fucking funny, man."
still see the graphics is so good, man. It's just so
Who have we alienated in this one episode? We've
Led
alienated
Zeppelin fans.
PC people. We've alienated Led Zeppelin fans. We've alienated people who really like Borderlands.
People who like Doom and the new Doom.
What else can we do?
Noom.
just everybody.
Well, I could talk about how the Ratchet and Clank reboot is terrible.
Oh yeah,
don't
that
think it's that
you've
bad.
also been playing that too.
But I've never played the original, so
It's like that.
yeah.
The things they did to the story really bug me.
So what did they change? I've been playing through it recently. Well, not recently. I haven't played it in a little bit. But so what kind of changes? I heard they made fun of the movie in it in the beginning.
Yeah.
That was pretty obvious. So I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the original.
Yeah, it rubs me the wrong way. It's like, I'll see you in the next reboot. And it's like, this used to be a video game. The main thing they did.
So people who are fans of the original won't like this game.
No, I'm sure they will.
They will kind of
maybe
like
they
the game.
I guess that's my question is who is the fan of the original? Because if you're a fan of the original game, you're probably in your mid-20s.
Right. like we are.
Yeah. So you're not going to go buy this like I don't understand. Like I'm
You're
gonna
not
spend
like you don't understand who the purchaser of this game is focused towards.
I guess it would be kids, right?
Yeah, but then it's also kind of getting in the nostalgic kind of audience.
It's true, but they put out the Ratchet and Clank HD collection, which has this game in it. So if you were like all about nostalgia, you'd go get that, right? Because that's the actual game you played as a kid.
Yeah,
Or
It feels so weird.
but there's no
Or-
Sly Cooper in that one.
That's true.
or
Vivus Raccoonus.
maybe people just want to play a new Ratchet and Clank game.
This isn't a new Ratchet and Clank game, though.
I know. It's kind of a problem.
It's
He's
like the same.
a wombat.
He's
a
a
wombat.
Lombax.
Sorry, a wombat?
A Lombax.
Oh,
Wombax.
sorry.
And like in the last PS3 game, they actually do interesting things with that fact because there aren't any Lombaxes. He's like the last Lombax, and they go into this whole backstory thing, and he finds another Lombax, and it's like, how can there be another Lombax? And this one, he's just like, I'm Ratchet, and I like to kill stuff. And then,
I'm a mechanic, but I'm bad, but I'm also really good at it.
Well, you guys do a really bad Ratchet impression.
it's like the worst Luke Skywalker like ripoff
Hey,
possible.
fun story about that. You want to know who voices Ratchet?
It's not
Mark Hamill.
No,
not Mark Hamill.
it's James Arnold Taylor, otherwise known as Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars.
What?
Yeah,
But here's the thing, though. He has voiced Ratchet in every game
he has.
except
He has.
Ratchet and Clank.
Except for the original Ratchet and Clank. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Tucker. I have the high ground.
Yeah.
Okay, not Ewan McGregor, motherfucker, and James Arnold Taylor.
Amazing. I would play that game.
It's over. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Wait, Kyle,
Yeah.
have you played any other Ratchets besides this one?
No.
Okay. Did you get to Mr. Zircon?
I've got to the part where you could jump in your spaceship and then revisit old places.
Oh.
So I'm like an hour into it.
Okay. Mr.
I
Zircon.
haven't had
is-
much time to play it. I've been playing too much Smite.
I hear you. It's like Smite. Sort of.
Because I've been trying to maybe get Battleborn because I hear it's a lot like kind of a
It's a lot
mobile
like
feel
Smite.
to it.
Yeah.
But it's just too much time and I don't have time to do that stuff.
That's a question I have. I have two questions. Let me start with the Ratchet and Clank question.
Are you asking us, or are you just asking in general?
I would like your guys' opinions.
Okay.
So the first one is regarding Ratchet and Clank.
Mhm.
And in the original Ratchet and Clank, there was no weapon progression. You would get new weapons, right?
Yeah.
More powerful weapons, but you just had these weapons. And what they did as time went on is they added this system where you level up a weapon by using it.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think that, like, I don't know how to ask this without like putting my own opinion into it, but how do you guys feel about every game being an RPG now?
I don't like it because
like-
it seemed like in the past, like weapons had a certain like use, like you use it during a certain time. Where
Right.
now it's just like you take the one that you like the most and then just
Right.
use that one forever.
So this is kind of, I mean, bringing it back to Doom. Doom, the new Doom has quite a few elements of like an RPG in the sense that obviously you customize your armor and your weapons based on the play style that you want to use.
Right.
But I would argue that they do a very good job in the sense that there isn't one weapon that I feel like you're absolutely going to want to use more than the others. Like the shotgun is good, but I mean, even with the explosive round, like it's not, you shoot it and then you got to wait for it to reload and shit. And that can cost, when there's a ton of enemies around, that's not going to be good. So like there are plenty of games, even shooters that have adopted that like role-playing game type of customization, but they're not full-on role-playing games. So I guess I'd like a little clarification. Are you concerned that all of these games have elements that are role-playing style, or are you concerned that there are so many games like The Division, like Destiny, that are like straight up RPG, like online based shooter type things.
No, I think that's interesting. I think there's still more they can do with that.
Oh yeah.
I'm worried that a lot of the satisfaction that is being drawn out of these games is watching bars fill, because that's like primal.
Or just like
Satisfying.
collecting.
Right.
Or I think it's kind of like
Watching numbers go up.
The big pull for, and I don't want to alienate another group of people here. But
we're already going for everybody. So
let's dig into some Pokemon beef.
But Pokemon,
Pokemon, what's up with
the same thing.
Pokemon?
Like you just collect things and then you watch the bar go up.
You're not wearing shorts. Let's fight.
Shorts are comfy, easy to wear. This is so dumb.
But yeah,
Reel back in.
so I feel like these games that are like the Destinies, the Divisions, they're just making people addicted to a certain portion of the game. And if that portion of the game is good or not, usually it's kind of lousy.
Right.
And then they just make you do that over and over again.
Right. It's like the fun part is getting a new gun that's more powerful.
Yeah.
It's not the process you went through to get that gun.
Which is lengthy and usually not worth it.
But it's it's the game.
That's the game. The game is a
Right.
chore now. Like games
Right.
now are just chores.
Right. They're
not
lists.
fun experiences. It's grind through a bunch of levels until you get a good random drop.
Man, this is bumming me out.
Hey, guess what? Doom doesn't do any of that stuff. Doom's really fun. Play Doom. So I agree. It's a problem.
It's a downward trend in video games that I'm just kind of tuning out now.
That's why I really couldn't even play The Division. But like, guess what? I'm like one of the only people apparently, because The Division has a lot of people who play it. Like,
yeah,
I think they said 9 million or something.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm one of them.
Why'd you buy that game?
Like you still
It's
you still play. I mean, technically, I also count among the 9 million because I did buy it and I did play it.
So
I don't think The Division is terrible.
Did you guys like Destiny?
Yeah.
I like Destiny enough. I mean, it's not a world beater, and neither is The Division. But
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I stopped playing The Division for the same reason I stopped playing Destiny. Because like after a while, it just gets fucking. You know what I mean? You play the same mission over and over again, and you're like, well, I'm done. Like this is fucking boring. I'm not playing this anymore.
Right.
And it seems like the story missions aren't interesting.
The story missions are just the side missions, but like with a quote unquote purpose.
Yeah.
I don't
Do
know.
this so that we can increase our knowledge of the
Right.
thing that we're going to be fighting against.
Is that every video game though?
No,
Okay.
that's not how Banjo-Kazooie was.
That's true. Thank you for finally saying that.
Wow.
I think we should judge every game against Banjo.
Banjo-Kazooie, more like Banjo-Ka-Loser.
Okay. Can I ask my second question now?
Yes, you can ask me. You still had another question? Go for it.
This kind of ties into what we were just talking about, actually. So,
Banjo-Ka-Loser?
yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I would have gone with Banjo-Kalooney because you beat
Nice.
Looney.
Oh,
to
yeah,
buy
nice,
it. But,
nice,
you know,
bro, nice. Snaps for you.
Are we like Sky now?
So my question is,
Halfway through the podcast, we're switching to a different style. Yeah.
Done.
okay,
Questions.
I'm smoking
Okay.
a cigarette with one of those really long cigarette holders. You just can't
So
see.
you're a woman from the 1920s.
Yes, I am.
All right.
Do you also have a beret on? I kind of imagine you with a beret on.
It's half on.
With a
I can take
with
it
a black
off.
turtleneck?
Yes, striped.
Oh,
I'm a mime.
you are a classy cat, Tucker.
Thank you. There's a limited number of people with video game consoles, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, right? Yeah.
And I guess my question is,
Mm-hmm.
or my thought is, they keep coming out with these multiplayer games with progression systems. where it rewards you for playing it.
Yeah.
You go up in rank and you unlock the
new flex motion when you win, and you're the top 3.
The red dot sight. And how can all these multiplayer games coexist when there's a limited number of people? Like, are there still people playing Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, and they're going to be playing Battlefield 1, and there's Battlefront, and there's 18 Call of Duties and Smite and
I mean, somehow they are all coexisting, Tucker. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, people, the answer to your question, I think, is honestly a more sad answer than I'd really like to give. And that answer would be that there are a lot of people who have much, much more time to play video games than we do. And they do. That's what they do with their time. That's what they do with their lives.
But even if we sorry, Kyle.
Yeah, I feel like people rotate for games. You know, they're playing a single game for one night or for an hour and be like, you know what's better than this game? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. So I'm going to pop in my Advanced Warfare.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started, dude.
Updated version of that game.
We'll talk about that in a second. I want to let Tucker finish his point.
But yeah, I think people rotate for games. They'll be like, you know what, this game is reminding me that Titanfall is a great game, so I'm going to pop in Titanfall.
But that doesn't work if other people aren't rotating also. Like, if you want to go play Titanfall right now, you can't really.
Yeah, yes, you can. What are you talking about?
Can.
There are plenty of people who are still playing Titanfall.
Because people are getting back into that game because Titanfall 2 has been announced for this year, and people are like, huh, maybe I should play that game again just to see if I want to purchase this game. Or, you know, there's always constant like new games coming out where it's like, hey, it's an addition to this old game that I've played.
I mean, people still played games like Star Wars Galaxies, like even when they were, you know, like at the end of their lives. People were still playing Final Fantasy 12 online on the PlayStation 2. 11, excuse me. And they just shut that down. So
but those are MMOs. I'm talking more like competitive shooters.
People are still playing Star Wars, you know, Dark Forces 2.
Right.
Are they?
I don't know.
Remember that time when we played it? There was some people that rotated into our games.
There was one person. One sad person.
Hey, guess what? But you were also those sad people.
Person. Yeah, but just because we played for half an hour doesn't mean that game is now viable and other people can go play it.
You guys restarted it, actually. You restarted the trend.
Okay. It's true.
No problem.
But then
I do
again,
see your
I feel
point,
like
though.
maybe there's also a trend to like FIFA games where it's like, oh, you could play this game, but only for a year and a half before we shut the servers down.
Right.
Would be like, you want to play this game online? We'll purchase the new game for $60 because we have your balls in a vice.
Ooh.
Yes, Todd.
Don't make any promises you can't keep, Kyle.
Buy the season pass or you'll have to pay $10 more in the future.
No, I won't. I don't buy DLC.
That's a mistake, brah.
I don't think
sometimes
it's 2016.
Sometimes you should. Sometimes DLC is worth it. No, I wouldn't say you have to, but sometimes it's worth it. Like, I would say the Witcher DLC is probably worth it.
That's mostly free, though.
No, like the paid packs.
Oh.
They're huge. They're huge expansions to the game. Like,
ease.
Yeah.
Length and girth.
That's right. Speaking of, let's get into the news. AKA the video game industry fucking us all. One.
Only if you're a
Call
Nintendo
of
fan.
Duty.
Only if you're a Nintendo.
Exactly. One, Call of Duty. Well, they played their most desperate card yet. In an attempt to boost the sales of the game that they know people are not going to want to buy. They packed it with a game that they know people would want to buy, and they said, you don't get to play this unless you buy the $80 version.
It's pretty smart, though.
I mean, like,
it's
corporately
smart,
and, like,
why?
capitalistically, yes, I suppose you could say it's smart, But is it like, should it be happening? Tucker, I can't believe you're like, how am I on this side of the argument and you're not?
Because I like Call of Duty.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
He wants to get the Mile High Club
Oh my
achievement
God.
number 2.
I don't know. I never played 4 really when it came out, so now I have an opportunity to do so online with my chums, my buddies.
I know you don't. Who's gonna buy it?
Tons of people.
Christian?
Everybody.
I don't think Christian's gonna buy it. I'm not fucking buying
Christian
it.
buys every video game. Come on.
Oh, Christian probably will buy it. I am not buying it. Absolutely not. The line has been drawn. I'm done with Call of Duty, especially since my brother doesn't really even play it anymore, which means I have no excuse to buy it anymore.
What does he play now?
Nothing. He really doesn't play games.
Battlefront.
He's got the PlayStation 4, but he does a lot of stuff outside of the house now. I don't even know why I bought him that fucking thing.
Whoa.
Honestly, it's a waste of money.
Dude, you should use it. We can play.
No, I would rather throw it in the fucking trash. PS4, more like PS poor.
Nice.
We
Yeah.
could play Battleborn.
Well,
If I can alienate some PlayStation fans here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm alienated.
Good.
Yeah.
Disney Infinity is over. I can't believe it. I got into Disney
All right.
Infinity. An update for all of our listeners, our one listener, or whoever the fuck you are.
Hello.
Hello.
We are now alienating our own audience.
Our only audience that's left. We've successfully alienated them.
Can you turn the heat down?
I bought so many Star Wars Infinity figures, and I was so hoping and wishing. I was like, hey, Rogue One is going to have some Infinity figures. And no. They have the Finding Dory playset that's coming out yet. And they have the a couple of figures from another movie, and that's it. Infinity is done, wrapping up.
That's okay.
And even the online servers, though, which is actually really sad because the toy box mode has, like, if you go in there, there's a lot of creative stuff that's been happening with the tools that people have been using to make the games, especially since Disney Infinity 3.0 is easily the most complete game that the Infinity series has put out. Like, as far as satisfying combat and, like, you know, the tools to create the levels, like it's definitely been a great creative community, but it's unfortunate that it's just not making enough money for Disney to consider it. And you honestly, I guess everybody probably should have seen this coming, because that's why they closed LucasArts in the first place. They were like, we don't want to spend the money to make games ourselves. We'd rather let other people make them.
Yep.
Disney's terrible.
I wouldn't say that.
I would.
Speaking of other people making Star Wars games, Battlefront 2 is due next year at some point, but that is only the beginning of they will be releasing a new Star Wars game every year after that point.
Great.
Yeah, the one studio, Respawn's making a Star Wars game, right?
Respawn's making a Star Wars game. I think what Visceral is making a Star Wars game. Yeah. EA's got a lot of different studios working on a Star Wars game right now.
I don't know if I like the Star Wars game every year kind of thing.
Well, they're gonna have a movie every year, so you may as well.
Well, that's true, but Rebels kind of looks.
You mean Rogue One?
Oh yeah, Rogue One.
That
that's
movie
what
looks
it's called.
great. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to have an unbiased conversation about Star Wars. Everything Star Wars looks great. It honestly, it all.
It looks great.
This is the best time to be a fan.
Have you played Dark Forces 1? You should go give that a shot.
Yeah, I have.
You mean Doom?
Yeah.
Star Wars edition?
Ooh, yeah, Doom with the Star Wars skin. Yeah.
Yep.
No, thank you.
What was I going to say? The Witcher, Blood and Wine. The last new expansion for the game has been called Geralt's Final Geralt.
Yep.
Sorry, it is Geralt, isn't it?
Geralt.
Final Adventure. So they're wrapping it up. What do you guys think about that?
I hope Yennefer is there.
Well, she might be. Maybe it's based on how you play the game, Tucker.
Oh,
Just so that there's more tasteless sex scenes.
yeah. Who's the bard? Dandelion?
Yeah,
Sue
Dandelion.
him.
What are you talking about? He's all like,
Now you're
silly.
alienating dandelion fans.
There are no dandelion fans.
Yeah, I like just like kicking their little seeds everywhere so that they grow in that
Yeah.
spot all over the
Show
place
'em.
and be
And
like,
then-
haha.
Holding them under people's cheeks and saying, "You like butter."
Wow. What'd you
Yep.
guys think of the trailer for the Assassin's Creed movie with Michael Fassbender?
Looks
Eh.
dumb.
It looks pretty dumb.
Yeah, it doesn't look all that great. But
I'll
that,
probably go see it.
I don't know. Like I've said this before. I feel like, I mean, he's a guy who is very well respected, like as an actor and all that. And I feel like he could do whatever he want. You know what I mean? He could do whatever he wanted. And he chose to be in this movie and to like produce it. Like he's got his own money into it too. So
Yeah.
what? It's got to have some kind of artistic integrity,
Cachet.
right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What story is it going to tell that where it's like, oh, okay, this movie isn't just a cash grab?
I mean, the first trailer certainly didn't give us any hints to that, but
Well, it told us that it's going to be exactly what you would expect.
yeah.
Yeah. But the real question is, who buys Assassin's Creed games nowadays? What's the fan base?
Well,
that-
there isn't any because they're not
is there
making
a fan
any.
base that still makes like, I don't know,
What,
makes that purchase?
I mean, Syndicate. People bought Syndicate. I mean,
I
it
really
wasn't
wish
a
Black
failure.
Flag hadn't come out.
Why?
Some of the series would just be done, and we wouldn't have to talk about it. If we were like, "Oh, Black Flag was good because it had ships,"
Oh,
so now we still have Assassin's Creed games.
So you think
Thanks a
that
lot.
like Assassin's Creed 3, the end of the story they were trying to tell, you think that should have just been it?
But they couldn't have ended it there because it was such a bad ending.
That's what I'm saying. It could have killed the series,
Yeah.
and we would have been done with it. But no, they had to put ships in it.
They had to make a
Everybody was
pirate
like,
game, and people were like, "Oh, pirate game!"
This isn't
Throw some zombies in it, and then maybe I'll like it.
Right.
And then they put out Unity, which was garbage, and people were still like, "Oh, Syndicate came out. It's pretty cool. It's the same game over and over."
Well, that's
But this
why
time
they
it was in
stopped.
London.
Yeah.
And you had two characters so that they were drawing from the what do you call it? You know, GTA fan base.
Right.
I
Those
have to
games
give them
are
credit.
like-
All those internet trolls that play that game. I hate that game so much.
That is the most boring game series that has ever been created.
I know GTA is so bad.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Such bad game series.
I have
lost
to
me.
give them. I have to give them credit, though. That I have to give Ubisoft a little bit of credit in the sense that, I mean, Syndicate probably made money, and it actually got some pretty good, some pretty positive reviews in the sense that people liked the what they did with the resources they had. I like the fact that they still took a look at the framework that everyone's been complaining about since they went to the next gen, and they're like, you know what, this isn't good enough anymore.
Let's put some faces on our character models this time.
Nice.
Exactly. They're like, this is not good enough anymore. This is aging.
It was
This
never
is-
good enough.
Well, you're saying Assassin's Creed 2 was not good enough?
No.
I think it was.
Yeah, follow this guy for 5 minutes while he walks slowly.
Well, yeah, but at
Yeah,
the
that-
time,
and then get a
Tucker, at
cutscene.
the time, that was a big deal.
No, there were good games when Assassin's Creed 2 came out.
No, there've never been good video games. I mean, let's be honest.
Well,
Video
I don't
games
think
suck.
Assassin's Creed 2 is-
Video games suck, and then that's when we're alienating. We finally alienated everyone.
If you're gonna tell me Assassin's Creed 2 is better than Assassin's Creed 1, I'm with you.
Oh, that's the truth. Yeah,
Because Assassin's Creed 1 is a dumpster fire.
yeah. Assassin's Creed 1. I don't know how they even got the okay to make
That's
another
not
game.
a video game. That's like
Like, oh.
That's like. But if you kill a civilian in that game, you don't get a desynchronization.
money,
Get
money,
away
money.
with it.
Desynchronization. Think they're gonna have
Go too
any?
far.
You think they're gonna have any
You're an assassin that
desynchronizations
kills a
in
guy.
the movie?
You're not an assassin.
What do you mean?
No, dude, I'm a guy playing a video game, playing a guy playing a video.
Right.
False advertising. That's what those games are.
So, anything else that you guys want to hit on this week?
Dark
Can
Souls 3 was
we-
good.
Dark Souls
Yeah.
3. Let's skip it. Anyone else? Anyone? No,
Can
I'm
we-
Sorry, I
can we-
actually play video games.
I'm
guys.
kidding. You can talk
Can
about
we-
Dark Souls if you want.
No, I did for 2 hours with Christian.
Yeah.
Just go watch
Okay.
that video.
So can we end this, podcast by just saying one thing you're looking forward to seeing at E3 next month?
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Any Nintendo game that's not Zelda. Oh,
Fuck you. I hate you, dude. I hate you. All right. Before we end this podcast, I need to get this out of my system, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're looking forward to.
No, I'm not looking forward to anything.
Oh.
Nintendo.
Well, if you were wondering, I was looking forward to Ukulele being showed.
Nintendo, I was in your corner. I was in your corner for a long time. And like you've burned everybody so bad, and you just don't seem to care about being a competitive video game manufacturer, video game console manufacturer, video game developer anymore. And now you're trying to trick everybody by saying, "Oh, we've got a new console. We promise this one's good." Like you haven't been with the times ever.
you're
made it.
describing Microsoft right now.
No, I'm not. You
totally are.
No, I'm not. You made a console that used cartridges when you had the opportunity to make a console with CDs. You made a console that didn't make use of the same network connectivity as the other consoles and used a really, really small fucking disc. And your defense for it was
cute,
it was cute and it decreased loading. Decreased loading
There
times.
was a handle in the back so you could take it over
like a
to
little
your friend's
lunchbox.
house.
So
The GameCube was a pretty sweet console. Zach.
it was, but I'm saying like they've never. It's just a continuing trend. You made a console built around a motion gimmick that was never truly realized until the very end of the console, and even that game received mixed reception from the fans. And then you made the fucking shit on a doorstep in a bag, a flaming pile of shit
Zach.
known as the Wii U, which never ever truly delivered on its potential. And
Zach, it's like you never played Star Fox U.
Star Fox Zero,
Star
as
Fox
in
Zero.
zero people like it. And now,
Nice.
now you
Good stuff.
expect me to get on your bandwagon for the Nintendo NX, but here's the problem with the whole fucking thing, guys. You want to know what? I'm gonna have one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a fucking NX because they're finally coming out with the Zelda game that I've been waiting for. They're finally coming out with the Zelda game everybody's been waiting for. But at the same time, it's a fucking slap in the face to anybody who owns a Wii U because they've been waiting for this game to come out for years,
No.
years to validate their system purchase,
Zach.
and now they'll never get it.
Zach, I don't care about Zelda, and I love my Wii U.
Yeah, you're
I'm not a
one of the
crazy
very few. You're one of what, like 2% of Wii U owners?
Who are happy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
2%. I guarantee you. One out of every, what would that be? 1 out of every 50? Yeah. 1 out of every 50 people that owns a Wii U is probably happy with it.
Okay, but the other people are Zelda fans, so that opinion doesn't matter.
And yes, it does.
I'm sure Michael likes his
The
Wii U.
Legend of Zelda is one of the greatest video game franchises of all time. It's a building block upon which the industry is measured. You love Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time changed
That's
the
one
game. Ocarina of Time literally changed the game for everybody.
I like Ocarina of Time, and I like Majora's Mask.
Right, 2 very, very influential games, 2 building block games for the rest
But
of the
do
industry.
you even like Seasons and Ages?
Yeah,
Those are
Seasons.
pretty awesome.
The
Those were
2D,
made by Capcom.
the top-down Zeldas are great. Yeah, Link Between Worlds, great. Link to the Past, you couldn't play it because you're some kind of fucking idiot, but
It wasn't for me.
yeah, it wasn't.
I remember that. That was great.
It wasn't for you, apparently. I don't know how that's possible, but it wasn't for you. You played Majora's Mask, but you can't play that game? Come on.
Wind Waker's put me to sleep.
Right.
Yeah, Wind Waker is terrible.
Wind Waker's not great. Sorry, Mike.
Twilight-
Twilight Princess was here's Ocarina
But
of
my
Time, but
my
worse.
point is, they've done it. They figured out the way to do it to sell their fucking console. But it is the dirt It's just the
They've
worst.
been doing this since the beginning. This is the Nintendo way, and
I
you
know,
bought into
I
it.
know.
You bought into it from the
I
very
know.
beginning.
I
Zach.
know.
Tucker, it's like
I
you've
know.
never played Star Fox Zero. I do want to play Star Fox Zero, by the way. I hear
do
it's
too.
not good though.
I'm curious about it.
I don't want to pay $60, and Nintendo games never drop in price.
No, never ever. Unless they are Super Mario 3D World, which is down to $20 now. A bunch of Wii games, a bunch of brand new Wii games went down to $20.
Like the 3 Wii games that are worth playing.
Right.
So I'm just gonna have to wait like 6 years until I can play Star Fox.
Yeah, until they finally release support for NX, because all the games that they care about on Wii U, they'll probably wind up porting over. Just like they did with the 3DS.
This day and age, you can't make a game system based on motion controls. You just can't.
But it wasn't even based on motion controls. It was based on that stupid little touchpad controller that nobody wanted to develop for it.
I was talking about the originally, but yes, the gamepad's also kind of.
Well, the original Wii at least had a bunch of like Nintendo put some real effort into shelling out games for that thing like consistently. The Wii U, I feel like the Wii U had like one game from Nintendo every like 6 months. And
I completely disagree, Zach.
What are you talking about?
The Wii had Mario Galaxy.
Yep.
And it had Zelda, if you're into that.
It had Zelda at the beginning. It had Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2. It had the Kirby games.
It had a Metroid by a different developer.
It also had Metroid by Metroid Prime 3.
That was a Wii, that was a GameCube game.
That was a GameCube game too.
No, Metroid Prime 3 was on the Wii.
They were all on the Wii as part of a trilogy, but it was all.
No, the first 2 games were on the GameCube. 3 was only on the Wii.
Oh, that doesn't sound right.
No, that's the truth. Look it up. But
I'm not gonna.
Okay, well, then I guess I win because that's the truth. But they released a lot. Nintendo released a lot of games for the Wii.
Which ones?
What do you mean? I just listed them.
That's like 2 games.
No, it's not 2 games. It's more than
Mario
2.
Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2.
Mario Galaxy 2, Zelda, Twilight Princess, Metroid Prime 3.
That's a GameCube game.
No, it's not. It's a Wii game. It's a Wii game.
It's a Wii game. It has motion controls.
Zelda Skyward Sword, Wii Sports.
Wii Sports was awesome.
Wii Sports Resort.
Okay, you're losing me now.
Well, that was a big deal because it had the Motion Plus adapter.
Yeah, that they never used.
They used it for Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. My point is the Wii, even with you know what, Tucker, you might have a point, but even with the relative lack of support for the Wii from official first-party Nintendo games, it still had more than the Wii U.
No.
Yeah.
Because the Wii U has Pikmin. It's got Mario. It's gonna have Zelda, I guess.
It's gonna have Zelda eventually.
It's got Star Fox. You know you want that Star Fox.
And Star Fox
got that
now.
Weird
Smash Brothers.
yarn game.
Smash Brothers. Everybody has Smash Brothers, so that doesn't count. I mean,
that's true.
The real answer to all of your questions is the real Nintendo system is the handhelds now.
That's true. The 3DS is on fire.
The 3DS has like 5 games worth playing.
That's not true.
Okay, are we counting every Pokemon game as a separate game?
Yes.
I mean, okay, even if you're not, okay, so Pokemon, like that's one. Sure. Legend of Zelda, Animal Crossing, that's 2. Legend of Zelda, Link Between Worlds, 3. The Ocarina of Time remake, 4.
Okay, now we're just getting into remakes of old games again. Yeah,
but the Ocarina of Time remake is like the definitive version of Ocarina of Time. Like visually, it's the best, and they add, you know, better stuff for like switching the boots and shit. Like it makes a difference. So I'm gonna count that as a separate game.
Okay, sure.
Mario 3D Land.
Okay, fine.
Super Smash Brothers is on there as well.
I
Pokemon
again. A third Pokemon game.
Bravely Second, from what I hear, is very good. The Fire Emblem games that everybody seems to love. I'm saying, like, there's a lot of reasons to have a 3DS for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But the Wii U is a dumpster fire. Honestly, I'm glad the Wii U is dead. Scribble notes. I'm glad that Wii U is dead, but I am not happy
Hey, man.
that I'm being duped into buying the NX.
No, see, there's one more Wii U game coming out.
And that's Zelda? Yeah.
Okay, so you're telling me, I'm basically addressing this to Michael. You know who you are.
You know who
You're
you are.
telling me that they've stopped production on the Wii U and they're going to put out a Zelda game in a year? And we're just not going to get any Wii U games for a year, and then Zelda's going to come out?
Right. Well, we're not getting any Wii U games now. It's
That's
done.
what I'm saying.
It's dead.
It's a dead console.
Yeah.
Why would they put out Zelda in a year when they're also launching a new console?
Because
It
they
doesn't make any
can. Well,
sense.
because they can still sell the games. I mean, people will still buy it. The people who have a Wii U and like are just hanging on to the Wii U and they refuse to buy an NX, like they will buy it. They'll buy that game.
I would have to imagine those people are like pissed off Nintendo fans.
Right.
Or else they would get the NX, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a pissed off Nintendo fan and I'm getting the NX.
Well, there
I'll
you go.
probably get an NX if there's a Splatoon 2.
Fuck
Same.
you. Splatoon, I would burn every copy of that
Or like
game.
Splatoon is better than any Wii game.
Splatoon wishes that it was better than Super Mario Galaxy. That's not the what
I'll
you
say
just said is
maybe.
wrong.
Maybe Galaxy 2 is better. Maybe.
Galaxy 2 is better. Like definitively, 100%.
Spin should have been a button, though.
I hate you. And with that, I think we might have to be done because Tucker's pissing me off now. For Tucker Phillips, Kyle Matthews, I am Zach Hagenbusher. You've listened to the Double Jump, and we'll see you next time. Bye.